are similarities and differences between sadness and depression. And sometimes people do self-diagnose themselves with depression when all they are is a little bit sad, you know, sometimes. And sadness is normal. Sadness is a very it's an emotion everybody experiences. Sometimes it's an experience that has happened and you just feel like, oh no. Sometimes it's loss. Sometimes something didn't play out the way you wanted it to. So it's just a very normal emotion, it's very mundane. But now depression is, I think, differentiated by the duration of the sadness. If you're just in a state of constant sadness and there's no recovery window in sight, then we can classify that as depression. And today we're going to be trying to look at the differences between sadness and depression. And the duration, we've talked about the duration. That is a key difference between, you know, depression and sadness, but also the emotional intensity. You know, how intense is it? Because sadness, we get sad like maybe 3 times a day. You know, things happen. You are going to work and somebody stepped on your shoe and it was new. Kwa basi tu akakustep on. Ametoka sijui na matope ya red. And you're just like, man. But you get over it because ulifika town, ukapitia pa kwa Shushaina, do the thing, you got to work, you were able to clean that up. By the end of the day, you barely think about it. But now the intensity of depression is way worse because you are just in the pits of it. You're just thinking about it constantly. It, for lack of a better term, consumes you. That's just how intense it is. People can see it. Everyone around you can just, you know, look at you and say, is everything okay? It is all consuming.
Yeah, another one is fatigue and noticeable lack of energy, because honestly, as Truya said, it's persistent sadness. Like, you're sad, but then it's persistent. It's like it's not going away. You know, it's just consistently looming. Your mood is always just like, so you end up doing things like not exercising, not getting out of your bed. You end up having things like food. You don't eat enough, or you eat too much. It's like there's so many issues that can come up that when they pile up together, you end up having fatigue. Some people can't sleep. You really just have insomnia during the night because you're consistently sad and you're stressed out and you're feeling depressed. So what happens? In the day, you're just tired. You have like low energy. Mentally, you're exhausted because you're just fighting your own demons in there. It feels so heavy that all you want to do is curl up in the bed and just like, I don't want to get out of bed. You know, I am just tired. I am just tired. That could be a huge, huge sign that you're going through a little bit of depresso.
Yeah. And honestly, there's even functional depression where you're able to go about your day-to-day activities, but you're just dead inside. You're just on like auto movement. Nothing else matters. Nothing else. There's no joy in everything you do. And I think this is more prevalent, especially even with the people around me or people I've seen go through this. You know, something is bugging you, something is eating at you, but what am I going to do? Bills have to get paid, children have to go to school fees has to be paid. So I may be a bit depressed, but bills don't understand that. And you find yourself just constantly just getting on with your life, getting your paycheck, but that's not the way to live. You know, you need to have sunshine in your life. You need to have fun in your life. Like, what sparks joy in your life? And when you go a long time in functional depression, you do find yourself in a very depressive state where you become non-functional because you've been doing it for so long. Your body is just like, actually, no. And that's why it's usually so surprising when somebody is like diagnosed with something and everyone is like, what do you mean? I had no idea. But nobody ever saw the signs. Nobody could ever figure out why this person never smiles anymore. This person never participates anymore in things. They were just depressed, but they had to keep pushing because bills got to get paid.
Absolutely. And I was speaking to someone yesterday, and they were telling me about quite a bit of stuff that they were going in. They went through at a certain period of their time. They went through postpartum depression. They went through a huge divorce. They went through dealing with, like, rejection from family. Like, they went through a lot. And I was like, damn, how did you do it? Like, how do you even get out of that? And she said it's really just, you have to will yourself out. Like, you have to will yourself out. You're willing yourself out of this depression, because, like, it's very easy to be caught up in it. Life is going at a pace where it's very easy for you to be caught up. Like, it's so easy for you to start feeling sad, then accumulating into depression. Right now, finances are funny. The environment is weird. There is such a strange, sexist war going on, like an underlying sex war going on. There is just a lot. So if you really dwell, there's the Ozempic stories, you're like, oh, okay, everyone's just like very body conscious. It's like there's a lot going on. If you really like key in and lock in, you can so easily get depressed. So, but when you get in, how do you get yourself out? It's just willing yourself out. And it sounds easy, but when you have to like force yourself to go like, okay, I'm sad, stuff is going wrong, but today I will go for a walk. That it's so much easier to just sleep and forget about it, and the year goes by. Point of the story is, sometimes it's just a matter of willing yourself out. Even if you're now just willing yourself out of and accepting that, okay, yeah, I'm going through like a really bad bout of depression right now. Okay, I recognize this is what is happening. So what can I do? What can I do? Even if you're going from depression, regressing back to sadness, and then finally regressing back to normalcy, you have to figure something out. Like, you gotta do some. You just cannot be stuck in that funk. Life is hard. Things are hitting the fan, okay? So if all of us get depressed, what then? Yeah? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard everywhere. So what? We all just need to get... Anyway, yeah.
It's very important for you to find small pockets of joy everywhere, pockets of joy in your day. Things that make you smile, like, be intentional about it. Something made you happy, lock in and like, you know
Take
what?
a mental screenshot.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that a lot. I'ma save it. And I know it sounds like we're just mumbling stuff, but trust me, when you do things that way, it's much, much easier. And it's better than you resorting to coping mechanisms. It's better than you resorting to pills for you to stay awake and be active. It's better than you resorting to drugs, alcohol, for you to become functional. And you even see it with your friend. Your friend will be like, mimi siezi like clock in job before like nime take shot. That's not them being cool and careless and reckless. No, that is them dealing with something. And sometimes we laugh things off, things our friends and people around us do, when we should be calling out that behavior and being like, hey, are you okay? Like, wagwan. Or your friend using every lunch break to take a shot of something. Like your friend finishes a bottle of something every day. That's a problem. That's not cool. That's not them being the life of the party. That is them actively dealing with something or not dealing with something and using alcohol. So find pockets of joy. Look at the sky once in a while. Some of you have not seen the sky. Chukua simu, gonga picha ya mawingu, useme, wow, nice photography. See a sunflower somewhere. Capture a picture. Small silly stuff.
Yeah.
Be silly again.
Yeah, I feel like if there's ever something that you need to fake until you make, it's happiness. Like, sometimes you just gotta fake it until you make it, right? And reality of life is like, life is just lifing, okay? True. So try not to get too hung up on it, right? Right? Right?
We hope you loved the show. That's the end of it. But we will see you tomorrow. My name is Turi Faye.
My name is Kathomi Kathomi.